peoples. I'm super excited for our live training today. I'm going to jump right in. I am recovering from a wee bit of a cold, a summer cold in the house. Today we're talking about these 3 simple steps to amp up your presence and grow your business online. I've had quite a few people jumping into the group, and so we have new people here, and some good number of folks are asking, how do I get started? How do I get traction? How do I build my publicity and my PR? And how do I really get my message out there? Those are my words. You guys are saying, I don't know where to get started. I don't have a following. How do I get up to speed? How do I get traction online and those kinds of things? So I'm going to share, basically the 3 things you got to have, and you don't need to have everything. A lot of times when we're starting a business or growing a business, it's so easy, especially when we have no team or a small team, to get really mired down in the details. And we think of publicity and our online presence as being this really formal thing that has to be all put together with our brand and our perfect language and just our heart, articulated in words. It has to, it feels big for most of us. And most people here are like me, purpose-driven. We're called to something greater. So putting our work out in the world, marketing materials, creating a website, being online, creating a presence online can feel really big, but it doesn't have to be all figured out at the beginning, and you can actually start and get clients right away. So that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm going to keep it short because, as I said, we're recovering from a summer cold here. So I have my Umka, and we'll be sipping that as well. But we're going to talk about how to get ready and how to get started, and then how to get clients in 3 simple ways. So today we're going to talk about some practical strategies and tools, and also some mindset stuff. I'm just going to bust a few myths on what we think we need to have in order to start our business, get clients, make money, make a difference, and what we actually really need to have. And I'm going to also share the one thing that I see people leave out or forget or skip over or not focus on that will actually get you traction in your business. And I'm also going to share the best tool I think we have going right now to build your business, make a difference, make money for free. Your best marketing tool. Maybe I'll share a couple of those because 2 of them really go together. All right, so pray for me to remember. Hey, Diane, nice to see you here. We're going to talk about how to get ready. If you're looking to up-level your business, take it to a new level, or start a business, we're going to talk about how to get started, get in action, take those next steps, and we're going to talk about how to get clients, okay? This is specifically for those of you who are jumping in, coming back for the replay. Definitely let me know you're here. And if you're here live and you have questions, I'd love to hear where you are in your business and give you specific advice while we have the time here, specific suggestions or actions you can take in order to get more clarity and more traction and more action. So let's talk about how to get ready. And I want to share this that I learned from my first business coach and mentor in the coaching industry. I've had many mentors and teachers over my lifetime, but my first coaching business coach for my coaching, my online coaching business, talked about that mindset, how you think about it, is 92 point something% of the whole game. So, I've promoted friends of mine like Gina Gabellini, who's a mindset master, Eva Gregory, who's a mindset master, really believing that you can, so you feel called to share something, right? And being willing to overcome whatever fears, vulnerabilities. I would say vulnerabilities don't need to be overcome. Vulnerabilities are actually part of your secret sauce. That's a bonus tip. But being willing to get your head on straight around it. And so that's why I'm going to bust some of the myths, because sometimes we think these things. You'll see other trainings in this group called, I have one called 7 Little Lies. We tell ourselves to keep ourselves struggling and striving. In that trying mode. I'm not going to go into all of those today. You can look those up. We're getting ready to, this summer, hopefully up-level all the trainings in here and get them organized by unit so you can see them better, and probably take some of them down because we'll create new content and new trainings and programs with those. So 92% is mindset. So in order to get ready, you just want to know that, any belief, anything you think is true, even if it's based on your actual experience, is a limited belief because you're human. Okay, maybe you've heard about limiting beliefs, maybe you haven't, but there are all these little stories we tell ourselves about why it won't work or what we need to have in order for it to work. You know, that people won't pay for it. I can't figure out how to get through to them. Um, uh, I have to have X, Y, and Z perfect before I can ask people to pay me. I need more training. I need a better website. I have to figure out X, Y, and Z before I can get clients. These are all things that feel very real and very big, but they are mindset. So this business coach also told me all you need to get clients, and this is specifically to coaching industry, but really it's true for anyone selling anything. If you're in business, you are in the business of marketing. And so for many people like me who are purpose-driven, calling-driven, process-oriented, you know, I'm a transformational message mentor. I can help you have personal transformation and transform your clients by finding your words and giving voice to your vision. And that's my process, and I love doing it. But finding the language to help you guys get what that is has been a journey and continues to be a journey. So that mindset piece is huge. So just knowing that anything that you think could be limited, probably is limited because you're human. And that's why we have coaches and mentors, and we join groups with trainings of people who hopefully inspire us, and we get information because you never know where you might be holding yourself back, right? We always are somewhere because we're human, okay? It's not about being not good enough or not trying hard enough. Sometimes we try too hard and push everything away, right? Just to know that having a way to check your mindset is a really powerful tool, okay? And then the other way you get ready is by actually doing stuff. Okay, so don't wait until you're ready to take action. Marie Forleo has that great quote where she talks about clarity comes from action, not thought, right? And our thoughts feel so real and so all-consuming, and they're hugely distracting. And you are not your thoughts. That's an Eckhart Tolle saying, right? You are not your thoughts. But your clarity, your momentum, and your traction will take action. Take imperfect action. Do anything you can think of doing, right? Cultivate your courage and take an action, because when you take that action, you will get feedback. You will know, well, I had the pleasure of supporting Alina Vincent and her Challenges program, and we were on their call. We were talking about, I just lost my train of thought. I got excited about Alina. You know, clarity crickets, that's a phrase from one of her clients. If you take action and there's nothing happens, you know, you try and sell something, you try and get people to join a group, or you try and build your business and nothing happens, then you get information. That's only information. It just means you haven't quite figured out how to reach the people that who need exactly what you bring. And that's what I love to help people do, is help you figure out how do you get your message to the people who are looking for you, because there are people who need you the way you bring it. There's a lot of people who talk about helping people find their authentic voice and all that kind of stuff. You know, there's a lot of people using the word specifically voice. When I started building my business, I was discouraged from using the word voice because I have a singing background, and part of my personal transformation was around singing. So, and I resisted it because I thought then people think I'm going to try and teach them to sing. And sometimes I do that because it's incredibly thrilling and exciting. And I knew that was always part of what I would do. But now you hear a lot of people talking about voice, but nobody's going to bring my take on it, my journey, my experience, my training, put it together the way I do. And the same applies to you, okay? So to get ready, 92% point something is mindset, okay? Believe in yourself, get the support you need to clear whatever is stopping you or blocking you. Get ready by taking action. So perfectly imperfect. Perfect is done. Put it out there, take something. And I'm going to talk to you in this training a little bit more about what to do to take actions to get started, get ready, and get clients, okay? But you need to learn in action. Learn as you go. Don't try and get it all pretty wrapped up with a big bow and then be like, here's my brand and I am awesome. You are awesome already. With all your learning curves and ums and ahs, which I just heard my own there. So you already are good enough. You already are good enough. And you're going to learn by taking action. You're going to get ready by taking action. Right? It's almost counterintuitive, right? I have to get ready and then take action, right? Actually not, okay? That is a belief that won't serve you. So take imperfect action, and clarity comes from action. So those are the 3 things I wanted to share about getting ready. 92% is mindset. If you feel called, you are ready. There's always somebody one step behind you that you can help, okay? And that they can be willing to invest in it. Yeah. So that's really powerful to remember. Get ready by taking action, and clarity comes from that action. Okay. Now, how do you get started? What do you do first? Okay. So the first thing that I think you have to do, when it's so important, and if you're here, say hi. If you have questions, say if you've ever, failed forward or failed faster, or had a huge crunch, you can, and you're brave and you're willing to share that with us, just so we know that, we all have failures. If you don't try, if you don't do something, you'll never know. Okay, you'll never know. All right, so to get started, I want you to, you're probably even thinking about growing a business, or you have a business because you feel called. You feel like, I want to create a business. I want to make a difference. Thank you, Diane. She loves that. Get ready by taking action. Yeah, so powerful. It's so powerful, and it's scary. So get some help. You're not in this alone. We are not in the world alone, and we are meant to help each other. And it is scary, and honor that. Don't just, shove the baby out the door to walk 5 miles to school in the snow. Give her a warm coat and hold her by the hand, and get your help. Okay, analogies. I told you guys I'm a little foggy in my head. So getting started. First, you have a calling. You're called to do something. You feel like you want to serve. You feel like you have something to bring. You feel like a desire to have some sort of online business, to get some clients, to make some money. Probably, maybe you don't want to necessarily work for corporate, or maybe you want to make a difference in corporate, but some part of you feels called, like, to find meaning in your work and to make a difference and to make a good living. And all of those things are possible. And the way the world is going, I think, is more and more essential that we come from that place. Hey, Maina, nice to see you. So you have a calling. So to get started, building your business, growing your business, upping your sales, whether you know what it is or not, returning to, like, the roots of your calling is incredibly powerful. What do you want to bring through? What are you here to share? What, if you could create it just the way you wanted it, would you say? My favorite exercise is if you knew a group of people in the world that you really felt like, I could help these people based on my experience, based on my training, based on my inspiration, based on my intuition, based on my spirit, I could help these people. And what if all those people in the world were just going to stop and listen to you for a whole minute? What would you say? Okay, so find your calling. We are gearing up here in a few weeks. We're going to do a challenge inside this group to help you do just that. So stay tuned for more about that. But to get started, you want to remember your calling. What calls you? What speaks to your heart? What do you want to do? What do you want to say? What are you here to say? Okay, and then you want to just pick that group. Pick an audience. And here, so in the marketing lingo, we call it narrowing your niche, right? You want to pick an audience, and we think, I could help everybody. I could help everybody. Anybody who ever felt like they couldn't speak up, I can help that person, right? But I had to pick some people to talk to. And this is something that took me a while to understand, and I say it again and again for clients and people that I'm supporting, is by narrowing your niche, you're not actually narrowing the group of the people you can serve. You can still help anybody who asks you to, okay? Narrowing your niche is about marketing and messaging and talking specifically to one group of people who have specific challenges that they're looking for the solutions to. You might have a solution that fits that group of people and fits this group of people and that group of people, but you're going to talk to each group differently. So narrowing your niche is the most powerful way you can to get traction in your business and start to make sales, start to have people engage and follow by being specific. So just because you're talking about, one of the things I love to help people do is get confident on video. And I did not want to be known as the video coach. I do not love editing and producing and publishing videos. I have a background in it, so I'm really great at helping people feel confident and talking on video. And I realized I had this skill set of basic information that makes it so much easier for everybody who don't know it, because I've been on TV commercial sets and film sets, and so I just knew some stuff that not everybody knew. And I also knew it wasn't that hard. So I went ahead and said, I listened to my mentor. Right? First of all, I had a mentor, and I listened to her, and she's like, just create a program on that, just start, right? So narrowing my focus, it was okay. I get to be all of who I am, but by narrowing that focus, I created my first program. That program's probably made me over 6 figures over the last 2 or 3 years, and I've helped a lot of people, and woven into that is all of the transformational, owning your voice, speak up, be heard, get hired, stuff that I love to share, okay? But people could find it because they're like, I should be making videos. Hope that's a good illustration of why you want to narrow your niche and how You can also, my first business coach, Christian, who I mentioned before, I mentioned my first business coach is Christian Michelson, and he talks about dating your niche. And I take that a little bit further about like date your niche monogamously. Don't cheat on your niche for like 90 days at least, maybe 6 months, because that's how you're going to have a chance to hone the language, hone the messaging, really focus your marketing message in one direction for that period of time, and you will get traction and you will get results, okay? So cruising through here, so we know in order to get started, you need to know what you're here to share and what you want to do. You don't have to know how to say it perfectly. You don't have to have any of it figured out, but you need to know what you feel called to share, and you need to be willing to admit it to yourself. All right? And you need to understand that it may be a process for you to figure out how you're going to do that. But you need to know that you feel called to bring something through. You want to help people or serve people or create something. And you need to say that is true and own that, okay? And then you need to focus on one little chunk of people that you might help. Now, a little chunk of people, especially if you're on Facebook and using Facebook, for those of us who are, over 30 or 35, excuse me, if you're here on Facebook, you want to know what people on Facebook are looking for, right? And then the other thing, so you need to know what you're called to share, and you need to know who you're called to share it with. And the other thing that people don't have, this is all you need, and we think that we need to do a whole bunch of other stuff first. We think that we need to build an email list and a funnel and build a website and create a 1,000-person Facebook group, and we think we need to do all of these things before this, and actually you don't. Christian also said the only thing you need to do to get clients is, the only thing you need to have to get clients is a phone and a way to take payments. Okay? It's very powerful. And I'm telling you this, back to the spirit of getting ready, you are ready. You can go onto any number of payment providers, Square, PayPal, and to get signed up with a PayPal account or a Square account in less than 5 minutes. Okay? And you probably have a phone. If not, you have a computer. Somehow you're on Facebook, right? So all you need to get started is to know what you want to share. The rest can be figured out and learned as you go. Know who you're talking to, and this is it, drum roll please. I can't drum roll. My motor skills aren't working. I have no idea what that sounded like on hitting my computer on Facebook. Anyway, you need to have an offer. Okay? A lot of people spend so much time and energy building their online presence and getting visible, but not making an offer, not making an invitation. And that is the most powerful focal point that you can have to get traction in your business, get traction online, and help people understand who you are and what you do. Okay, so you need to have an offer. Real simple beginning coaching offer, can be like a one-on-one call. You can invite people to do a number of things that will build in your engagement and your momentum as well. So you could start a Facebook group and invite people to join your group. That is inviting them to take action with you, right? You can create some sort of a free gift, and you can say, hey, I have this free gift. And then they give you their email in exchange for this free gift. And then you can share that free gift anywhere that people will let you, right? But ultimately, you want to have those things leading to an invitation to work with you. Okay, leading to an invitation to work with you. And there's, I'm simplifying it just to break it down so you can kind of have this mantra in your head when you hit that wall of like, I have so much to do, I'm not ready, I don't know how to get started at, right? So you can do all this and up level and evolve as you go, but you want to know what you can offer people to. If you're a coach, to coaching, if you have services or products that you offer, that's where you're sending them. And actually all the stuff that you want to create before then needs to start, Alina is so brilliant at this, know what you're offering and then work backwards to create the rest, okay? And yeah, I do recommend you don't want to come making offers every single day. Hey, buy this, hey, buy that. It doesn't feel good, it's not authentic, it won't feel good to do, it won't feel good to your people. But you do, every 30 to 45 days, want to be leading some people somewhere to take action with you, to invest in the solution that you can help them get, okay? So to get ready, 92% is mindset. You get ready by taking action, and clarity comes through action. To get started, know what you want to bring through and narrow your niche and have an offer. Create an offer. Work with somebody if you don't know how much to charge or how to say it or what they want. There's very simple things you can do. It's a little bit of legwork in order to create an offer. but it is not hard, it is not rocket science, and you can do it actually very quickly. I help people create offers and 30 to 45-day marketing strategy calendars in VIP days and half VIP days all the time. Doesn't have to take forever, especially if you have a guide. Okay, so then we get ready, we get started, and then how do we get clients, okay? So I just told you a little bit. My first tip on that is to have this 30 to 45-day strategy so that you're not just being visible. Oh, I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Facebook. Okay, here, I'm gonna post here, I'm gonna post there, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to give value. I'm going to send my list all this free cool stuff, and they're going to love me, and they're going to feel so full and so happy with all the free stuff that you're going to teach them to free. Where to put that offer? Great question, Maina. So I'll jump into that in just a sec. So to get clients, you want to have a strategy. You want to lead people somewhere, and you want to make offers, right? You want to, every 34 to 45 days, you want to invite people to actually pay you to get the results that they can get by working with you, or the solution or product that you provide. Excuse me. And then where to put that offer. So this is actually, I'm going to share what I think is working best right now for free. For people to use. But the broader answer to where do you put that offer is where your audience is. So if you're working with people under 30, they're not on Facebook generally. Excuse me, guys. Excuse me. Okay. But if you're working with people 30, 35 and up, most of them, many of them are on Facebook. Billions of them are on Facebook. I have to stop talking for a second. Excuse me. So what I would say about where to put your offer is that you want to have your most highly aligned platform. I can't mute on Facebook and cough the way I'm feeling like I need to cough here. Sorry, guys. Should have taken one more day in bed. I'm going to go do that next. Anyway, you want to find the platform that is most highly aligned with you and where your audience also is. That is one reason why I focus primarily on building a Facebook community, this community that you are in, and using the platform of Facebook to serve my community, share my message, and eventually every 30 to 45 days make an invitation for people to work with me. So where to make that offer wants to be a platform that you enjoy being on, and a place where your clients are also. Okay, so and guess what, you guys, everybody needs an email list. Okay, so I usually advise people to pick their top 3 platforms. And by platform, I mean the where. Where are you talking about it? Where are you serving? Where are you showing up? And you can always add in another layer of platform once you're getting clients and getting traction and momentum. So Maina, if you're here and you're on Facebook and you enjoy being on Facebook and your clients are on Facebook, I would say, learning how to use Facebook to naturally, organically, authentically invite people to work with you would be a great way to start. Gosh, I'm so sorry. I should have waited on this live, but I didn't want to miss out on you guys. So finally, I will tell you that you do want to have a strategy. You're not going to sell all the time. And I may have to come back tomorrow for the final of this call. Oh my goodness. So I have the privilege of working with Alina Vincent, who is a brilliant Facebook strategist. I've studied with her and have the privilege of supporting her team on Facebook. And I think that Facebook is just an incredibly powerful platform, world in which to share your message and get clients. And I think that the best tool we have going right now is Facebook Live. But knowing how to put together a Facebook Live, thank you, Diane. It sounds much worse than it is, or I would still be in bed. I'll go rest in a second. Thank you so much. Facebook Lives use the tool of video, which is so incredibly powerful, because we humans are trained to resonate with the voice and the face, and you are your most valuable asset. You are the voice and the face of your brand, and you being able to drop in and authentically share the solution that you bring in a way that people get it, in a way that they can hear it, and knowing who you're talking to and what they're looking for, and being able to do that with confident presence in terms of being having your message be embodied, and learning how to communicate, hopefully like I have done in this Facebook Live, the value and what people are looking for. I literally looked at the questions that were asked, that people were answering when they joined this group, and I was like, okay, great, let's do this, because this is what you needed, right? So video is so powerful. Everyone knows the stats are way in that people watch more video than anything else, and Facebook Lives get the best engagement. And here's why I like Lives better than a recorded video uploaded to YouTube. Because they're spontaneous, because they're a little more vulnerable, because as you develop the ability to go live and to find your message and find those nice teaching points that people want and learn how to position them into an invitation over time to add value, people get to know you and like you and trust you in a really visceral way. They get your vibe, they get your energy, they get your voice, they get your cough, they get you perfectly imperfect. And you also, the secret silver lining is that you embody your message by doing, right? Just what we said. Don't wait until you're ready. You are ready. Get clear through action. So I think that Facebook Live, and it's an incredibly powerful tool, and then knowing how to use it strategically on Facebook, inside of Facebook, where to go live, all of those things make it the most powerful tool that we have available to us today. I think it's free for now. And people like to watch it, and with a simple system on how to get engagement and how to find topics. I'm actually creating a really fun freebie for you guys in a few weeks, 50 Facebook Live topics, so stay tuned for that. And it's just an incredibly powerful platform. There's so many creative ways to go live, and you build the muscle of turning everything that happens everywhere you go into a little topic that can add value to that niche that you have already picked. So that's my rant. I'm going to take care of myself. Thank you for being here. In this video, we covered how to get ready. 92% is mindset. You are ready. And then get more ready by taking action. Because clarity comes from action. And then get started. What are you here to share? Who do you want to share it with? And what's your offer? And then get clients by having that strategy and making those offers, and Facebook Live is your best tool to do it. All right, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to go back to bed. I will see you here next week. If you come back to watch the replay, please put #replay. And if you have questions, ask and tag me in the chat, and I'll come back. Blessings.